What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks MLB player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks. As always, guys, if you haven't checked out Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off of picking the over and under on things like player strikeouts, first inning runs allowed, pitcher fantasy score, pitches thrown, hitter fantasy score, total bases, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match deposit up to $100 on your first deposit today. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go to lock that in. Get that free money offer and start winning some money over here on Prizepicks today, guys, with these picks. And if you're getting very serious, I do offer premium content packages. Would highly recommend it if you're playing every night. You know, well worth the value. You're going to get a lot more than what you invest monthly. I can promise you that much. I offer Prizepicks MLB, Super Draft MLB, DraftKings FanDuel MLB, and then I just launched an MLB All-Star package. That's going to include all of the above. So you have Prizepicks, Super Draft, DraftKings, FanDuel, and I'm working to add even more sites to that as well in the long term. So we're going to make that well worth the value. Check that out if you're interested and you're getting serious. And if you enjoy this content, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Like one of all these videos is going to be 200 likes. So let's go 5-0, man. We've had some bad breaks. Last night we were looking pretty good, and unfortunately Nola and Alcantara towards the end of that game just couldn't quite finish it out what we needed from them. So we went 3-2. You know, we could have gone 5-0 had they just finished up that one last inning. But, hey, looking to go 5-0 tonight. I like this slate. We're going to be targeting some pitching again. We're going to be targeting pitcher fantasy score. I've gotten some questions on why I targeted so much. The reason I targeted so much is, well, one, I'm very familiar with it. I played FanDuel DFS for years. And, two, it can be very rewarding when there's certain things. You know, the scoring chart as far as how this works, just before we kick off the picks, as far as pitching, you get 6 points for the win, 4 points for the quality start, -3 for earned runs, 3 points for every strikeout, and 1 for every out. So you do get negative with the earned runs, but when you're targeting a heavy favorite pitcher and his team does their job and they give him the win, that's an extra 6 points. That's a big deal. The quality start, you get 4 points just for them going 6 innings and allowing 3 earned runs or less. That adds up quick. So oftentimes when there's a large slate, such as there is today, there's some good pitching that are massive favorites. And if things go the way they're supposed to, you know, we're going to win some money tonight. You know, there's some really good spots. And, you know, I think we're just due. We've dealt with some injuries on some of these picks videos. We've dealt with a lot of stuff. So I think we're just due to go 5-0 here soon, man. And the thing is, with the pitcher fantasy score, when things go right, you're just on cruise control. I mean, they go through 6 innings. You know, they don't allow many earned runs. They're getting the strikeouts along the way. You feel real good. And I think that could be what we're looking at tonight. So, got 5 picks. Let's go game by game, as I always do. In the first game I want to talk about is going to be the Atlanta Braves taking on the Washington Nationals. We're going to talk about Mr. Max Fried. He's a guy we've been targeting a lot throughout the season, and for good reason. He's a 231 favorite here, taking on this Washington Nationals squad, and he has been fantastic, very efficient, good ground ball, fly ball stuff, decent enough K stuff to rack up some Ks as well. He comes with a 3.57 SIERA, 23.5% K rate overall, with a 27.1% hard contact rate, a 22.6% K rate against righties, and a 26.1% K rate against lefties. And the ground ball, fly ball stuff, hard contact stuff is where it's all about. And when you look at his efficiency as far as how deep he's going into these ball games, all that stuff that we're looking for out of our starting pitcher, you can't ask for much more than Max Fried. I mean, he's been right up there in the mid-90s to upper over 100 pitches, I should say, 94, 99, 104, 102, 94. And you look at the game logs the last 3 times out, he's gone 6, 8, 6 innings pitched respectively, 1 earned run, 0 earned runs, 1 earned run, and then the strikeouts 5, 4, and 8 last time against Pittsburgh. I mean, that's what we want. We want 6+ innings. We want him to rack up some Ks along the way. We want his team to back him up with some runs, and they're expected to tonight as well. They have a 5.6 implied run total due to the Atlanta Braves. That's why he's such a massive favorite, 231. So I will be targeting the Max Fried pitcher fantasy score, and it's set very reasonably over here on Prizepicks. I like the over 36.5. You know, this could very easily be up there in the upper 30s to maybe even 40+ with a talent like Max Fried. So I'll gladly take the over 36.5 pitcher fantasy score for him. That's going to be pick number 1 of the video. Pick number 2, we're going to be going right over to this next game. The New York Yankees taking on the Tampa Bay Rays, and we're going to be targeting Mr. Garrett Cole taking on this Tampa Bay Rays squad. He comes in as a massive favorite as well, a 230 favorite, so expected to get the win. Once again, his team has a 4.6 implied run total, and another elite pitcher, man. You just got to be targeting him. Anytime he takes the bump, you definitely want to have some exposure. A 32.7% K rate overall with a 14.7% swinging strike rate. He's the best SIERA on the slate with a 2.92 SIERA, 28.7% K rate against righties, and a 37.8% K rate against lefties. So really good stuff for Garrett Cole. And then when you break down the matchup for this Tampa Bay Rays squad, there are quite a few strikeouts that we had up and down this lineup. That's another thing. I didn't quite touch on that with the Washington lineup against Max Fried, so let's just pull that up here and kind of talk about that. The bottom of the Washington lineup, there's some strikeouts to be had. Towards the top, it's really not a high strikeout lineup, but 23% for Victor Robles, Luis Garcia, 17%. Then you work your way up 30, 20, 11, 18, 17, 18, 19. So not the most amount of strikeouts, but also not the most amount of power, not the most threatening lineup. So one of those things where Max Fried's talent is enough. And then we're looking at this Tampa Bay Rays lineup for Garrett Cole. There is quite a few strikeouts, and he's a power strikeout guy. You start from the bottom up, the Brujan, 23%, 36, 22, 30, 25, 27, 14, 26, and 17. Definitely think he racks up a bunch of strikeouts. Prizepicks has this K prop set at 8, so I just think, like, why would I want to target that when I could just target his pitcher fantasy score? If he goes out there and gets 8 strikeouts, he's going to top his pitcher fantasy score most likely, whereas he could push on his strikeouts. So for me, I'm just going with the pitcher fantasy score. Similar to what I said. He's a 230 favorite. He should get the win. You get all those bonus points for that along with the strikeouts along the way. So I prefer targeting pitcher fantasy score if the pitcher's a heavy favorite. You know, if it's a game where it's more neutral as far as the lines and stuff, we're not quite sure they're going to get the run support, not quite backed up as much as Vegas, then I'll look elsewhere. But I do like the pitcher fantasy score tonight for Garrett Cole for sure. Taking on this Rays squad with some strikeouts. He has really good stuff, heavy favorite, all the above. I like the over 40.5 pitcher fantasy score for Garrett Cole. And then lastly, I mean, you look at the leash that he's had. Fantastic. Last time he got blown up from Minnesota, 7 earned runs, had a really bad outing. I was targeting him there too. I'm not worried about it. It happens. You look at the 2 times before, 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned runs, 10 strikeouts, 9 strikeouts, and one of which was at this Tampa Bay squad. He went 6 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts on 105 pitches. I mean, that's what you want with pitcher fantasy score, man. You can't ask for much more. So that's what I'm expecting tonight out of him. Like the over 40.5 pitcher fantasy score for Garrett Cole. Pick number 2. Pick number 3, we're going to be going down to Mr. Dylan Cease, taking on the Detroit Tigers, another heavy favorite. He's a 186 favorite, not quite 200 plus, but I mean, still a very heavy favorite. And he gets one of the best possible matchups you could ask for. Actually, the best possible matchup you could ask for as far as the Detroit Tigers being dead last in the league against right-handed pitching. Cease is a guy that does struggle with his command at times, but he's got elite strikeout stuff. He's got really good stuff across the board. And when he's facing a team that's undisciplined like the Tigers, makes it feel a lot better about targeting him. He comes in with a 32.1% carry rate overall, a 15% swinging strike rate, 32.2% carry rate overall against righties, and a 32.1% carry rate against lefties. 30+% carry rate against across the board. Really, really good stuff. Once again, he is a massive favorite. Once again, he does have a very long leash as far as his pitch count's concerned. They'll work it way up as far as Dylan Cease before they let him out. 110, 101, and 108 pitches the last 3 times out. He's given up 0 earned runs in each of those games. The only problem has been the efficiency. Like I said, 7 innings pitched, but then they only went 4.2 and 4.2 the last 2 times out. 8 strikeouts in that last one, though. And that was against an LA Dodgers squad, so you can imagine against this Detroit Tigers squad. A much better matchup for him tonight. I mean, you look at the strikeouts, I mean, it's just so much fantasy point upside, where his line's set, the fact that he's expected to get that quality start bonus and the win. Like I said, I mean, I'm expecting him to score 40 plus here pretty easily. With his line being set at 38.5, I'll gladly take the over. And then when you're looking at the case stuff as far as the Detroit Tigers are concerned, 26% for Tucker Barnhart starting from the bottom up, 28, 25, 32, 19, 23, 17, 19, and 27. Lots of strikeouts to be had, and they're dead last in the league in WOBA against right-handed pitching. So once again, a fantastic spot, and I will be targeting the pitcher fantasy score. I think he racks up those bonus points. If he does, you know, we're clearly easily going to hit this over. So I like the over 30.5 pitcher fantasy score for Dylan Cease. Pick number 3. Pick number 4, we're going to be going right across the board to Nick Pivetta, taking on the Oakland Athletics, who are the 2nd worst team against right-handed pitching. Another team we've been targeting a ton, and another guy that is a massive favorite. Nick Pivetta comes in as a 227 favorite, expected to rack up the win pretty easily here. He actually just pitched against this Oakland squad as well. Had a fantastic outing, no surprise to me. Oakland, he went 7 innings pitched. He had 7 strikeouts on 0 earned runs, 100 pitches. I mean, would have just absolutely smashed this line in that game, and I expect him to do so again. So I do like targeting the pitcher fantasy score once again when it comes to Nick Pivetta. Over 36.5 pitcher fantasy score for him. I'll gladly take that. And once again, this Oakland Athletics lineup is not good, man. They're dead last in power. They do feature quite a bit of strikeouts as well. Rating their lineup up and down as far as the strikeouts are concerned. 33% for Christian Pache, 45% for Davidson, 22, 13, 25, 27, 20, 27, and 11. So only 2 low strikeout guys throughout the entire lineup. Once again, the Red Sox are expected to put up quite a few runs here for Pivetta to back him up to give him that win bonus, get him that quality start bonus. With the Oakland Athletics only have a 3.9 implied run total. Everything you're looking for when you're targeting the pitcher fantasy score. And then when you're looking at Pivetta stuff across the board, not quite as talented as some of the other pitchers we talked about, but definitely decent enough for this matchup. He's just solid, you know. 26.1% K rate overall, 26.4% K rate to righties, and a 25.7% K rate to lefties. So he has some pretty good K stuff. He can go some hard contact from time to time against right-handed hitting. But when it comes to the Oakland Athletics, with such a weak lineup, once again, feel really comfortable targeting him. So pick number 4, we're going to be rocking with the over 36.5 pitch fantasy score for Nick Pivetta. And pick number 5, we're going to be heading on down to the LA Dodgers, taking on the LA Angels. Dodgers coming as a 200 favorite. And we're going to be talking about Tony Gonsolin, who has been fantastic as of late. Once again, another heavy favorite, 200 favorite. You look at Gonsolin's lines as of late. The only thing with him is he doesn't have quite as much of a large pitch count as some of these other guys we talked about, unfortunately, but they seem to really like him going 6 innings and then pulling him. He's gone 6+ innings, which is what we need for the bonus in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight, 1, 0, 2, 1, 2 earned runs. You look at the strikeout stuff, pretty solid across the board, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7 strikeouts for him as well. Just been really solid, and the LA Angels have been striking out a ton all season long. They do have some power, but they strike out a ton, so the strikeout upside should certainly be there. I'd like to say to target the K prop, but like I said, once again, he's expected to get the win. He's expected to go 6+ innings, and with the pitch count being somewhat limited, I think it's smarter to go with the pitcher fantasy score. So for me, that's what I'll be rocking with here. I do like the over 33.5 pitcher fantasy score for him. And once again, LA Angels lineup just been striking out a ton. You're looking at their lineup up and down as far as strikeout rate's concerned, starting from the bottom up with Velasquez, 33, 21, 32, 31, 26, 17, 27, 28, 25. Tons of strikeouts to be had. It's also in a great pitching environment out there in LA. Pretty good pitching environment in the Dodger Stadium. Pulling up the diagram here as far as the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodger Stadium, you can see a lot of red going on as far as hitting is concerned. Definitely much more friendly to pitching than hitting. So you factor in that as well. Certainly do feel good about it. Another 200 favorite, massive favorite. I think he's likely to pick up some strikeouts, pick up those bonuses that we need to really boost those pitcher fantasy score numbers up. And that's what I'm going to be rocking with today. So that is my 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. If you're getting very serious, check out the premium content packages. Those are linked below in the description. That's going to really elevate your game, bring you to the next level with your profits if you want to check that out. And lastly, if you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, sign up today. Use that promo code KJK DFS. Receive an instant match deposit up to $100 on your first deposit today, guys. Wishing you all the best of luck tonight on your MLB player props, and we will see you in the next one.